Today's topic is user profile, and that's very important because if you are building product for wrong user profile, or if you are building product just for, let's say, for everyone, then you are building product for no one, and then it is really hard to market it, to sell it, and understand what features are needed, and so on. Therefore, user profile is super important. So far, we already kind of discussed how to find ideas for the apps, how to validate ideas, is there money, is it kind of doable, and so on. And today we will talk about customer avatar. Customer avatar, basically, that is our kind of ideal customer profile. And as you may know, I have background in the product management, so that's also kind of responsibility of product management to talk with real customers or project what kind of customers your product will have. And basically, as a product manager, you are like a customer advocate in the project. So you kind of thinking about product and about customer and a little bit less about support, sales, and everyone else. I will share again like a document with my example, but basically what are things that we should think about when we are thinking about this, so named customer avatar or ideal customer. Basically, we have to know for whom exactly we're building this product. And we should be specific, because if your product is for everyone, basically your product is for no one. Let me give you an example. For example, if you will think, okay, what kind of app I would like to build, you will say, okay, I would like to build, let's go with my example, meditation application or breath exercise application. So in that case, if I will build, if I will say, okay, that application will be just kind of general meditation application, then I'm kind of building it for everyone and for no one. I'm again kind of competing with big players in the market with Calm, Headspace, and so on. And basically that's impossible to compete with them. And also from marketing aspect, it is not clear really how to market this product. But if I will go more specific, for example, here I have my ideal customer profile. My ideal customer is basically someone who working in tech, programmer, maybe student with ADHD symptoms. In my case, ages, I'll say 25 to 50. 50 just to fit myself in. If I would go to something 25 to 40, I will be out of the board. But whatever. So basically, yeah, this person and that person already tried meditation applications but didn't like them and looking still for something similar for products in this niche. So this already kind of makes this scope way more narrow. And how narrow is too narrow? So you should think basically, okay, how big is addressable market for this product? If I will go even kind of more narrow, here I'm kind of talking about myself in this ideal kind of customer profile. Yeah, I'm working in IT, I'm a programmer, I have ADHD symptoms, basically that's me, but I could go even more specific. I would say, for example, that should be Latvian, so the application will be localized in Latvian language, and maybe I would go even more specific, so that's Latvian living in Riga, and then this kind of target audience is this one, and then it is kind of clear how to market it, what kind of features are needed. Okay, English language support needed? No, not needed. We can go with Latvian and so on. But that niche is a little bit too narrow already, probably, right? So be specific, but do not go crazy. Then we should write down what exactly is this customer's problem, right? And what is the goal? And be specific in that. We are kind of tried already. We already started with problem, but when we now kind of specified our ideal customer, maybe we can go more specific with problem as well. So that's already kind of done in the first step, but whatever. What is core problem and objections? In my case, I wrote down that traditional meditation apps doesn't work for me and for other people with ADHD because it kind of feels too demanding and it's hard to use them. Basically, you have to sit and do nothing for 10 minutes. That's that's crazy. I can't do that, Even as I know that meditation could be good and so on. So that's my core problem, with all the meditation applications. And what is the goal? What is the desired outcome? Goal usually it is something simple. If you are looking about if you are talking about, for example, I don't know, diets, for example, no one's goal is eat good, healthy food and so on. The real goal is be fit, or lose weight and so on. In my case, with this ADHD, I don't have a problem with jumping from YouTube videos to tasks and so on. I do not feel bad about that, but I feel bad that I do not get my work done. Basically, my goal is to get work done. Why it is important to understand what is the real goal and what is the real problem for this target audience. That's again helps to understand what kind of features are important in the MVP, and also as soon as we understand what is our target audience and describe it in details, we know basically how we can market, what could be good marketing messages and so on. And again, if we are talking, we already took a look on keywords in previous session, but again, those goals, problems, and so on can give us ideas for keywords as well. It's not hard exercise to do. I think all that explaining this takes 2 or 3 times more time than doing, but I think you can write those points down in, 10 minutes maybe. So current situation analysis, this point should be here to don't forget it. If you did that, basically we already were talking about that yesterday. If you did that, this current solution analysis, basically what are current apps or whatever they are using and so on, basically that is here already. You should know what kind of products, what kind of solutions your target audience is using right now. There should be some kind of value propositions. That's again thinking about marketing as well and thinking about what features and what messaging, what copy should be in the application. For example, in onboarding flow, customer transformation. For me, here I have a promise. Basically, stay focused on the tasks and goals during the day. Get back in the flow after distractions. That's basically our customer transformation. That's promise that we're promising that our product will help to do to the customer. And then you can add some market differences, basically what is unique features, why choose this product and so on. Again, that's basically we already were looking on missing features in previous session, so you probably already know what should be added in your product to make it different. Okay, and then we have to think about acquisition strategy. How we will get customers, because that's the big problem, right? You build application, you release it in the App Store. How will you get downloads? Yeah, of course you will get this App Store push to get first downloads. What will be next? So, and you have to think basically where you will find your customers, how you can reach them, where they hang out. In my case, what do I have? Here I have, for example, where I can try to find them, where I can share information. I'm talking about Instagram, I'm talking about Reddit. In Reddit, for example, we have this ADHD category here, for example. In your case, that maybe is some whatever. If it is about fitness, then it is maybe physical gym. Some groups, user groups in Facebook, and so on. Maybe those are your friends. Basically, where you will find those first customers. How to reach them. In my case, I'm writing comments on Reddit, posts on Instagram. That's basically what I'm thinking as a communication and initial feedback loop. That is important because we need to reach out and get our app in hands of the first customers, but it is also important to get feedback from them. Basically, we have to hear back from them. And in my case, I'm planning to implement feedback functionality in the beta version of the application. But if it is, some kind of user groups and so on, basically, Depends again what is MVP as well. If it is application, then you can implement feedback form in application, but MVP can be something else, not only application. Scaling to the 1,000, it is already kind of more tricky. And for that, you will need some marketing effort. That's from slide from the lesson, which is available in the school. Basically, where to get traffic, what are content marketing channels. Basically, there are 3 main channels. There is algorithmic channels, which basically are like TikTok, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram. That's basically really where algorithm decides which piece of content to show to the users. There are YouTube, newsletter, website, kind of slower to grow channels, but those are kind of, when you set them, then basically they are kind of working. Basically that will take more time to kind of get some traction. Here in algorithmic you have chance to go viral. Here those are kind of long effort but big impact channels. And then we have direct traffic, when you can basically send traffic to your app. Those are ads, those are cold outreaches, basically whatever, emails, DMs, and so on, app directories. When you would like to scale your app to get to the 1,000 customers, so you have to basically pick few of those channels and start marketing on them. In my case, what I am planning to do, I am planning to use for algorithmic traffic basically Instagram and Twitter. Those are reels on Instagram and posts on Twitter. On Twitter, that will be more building public content. On Instagram, that will be kind of mix with build and public and kind of sharing this kind of benefits of application. And long term in my case will be App Store search optimization, which also is one of those kind of ways how to get downloads, and YouTube videos. And about direct, I'm thinking, so those could be App Store search ads. That could be kind of direct traffic sent to my app page. Yeah, maybe some of you are kind of thinking, okay, that's good for you that you have some kind of following and you can promote your product to your audience. But in this case, it doesn't really matter, because if you will create content on Instagram, on Twitter, on TikTok, you have a chance to go viral with any piece of that content, and you don't need kind of any following to go viral. That's still doable. And for those kind of long-term channels, which is, let's say, some kind of blog posts, landing pages with good search engine optimization or App Store search optimization, again, you don't need any following. You can create content for that. That's just a question of doing. And direct traffic ads, whatever, Facebook ads, App Store search ads, that's again just money. You don't really need following to do any of them. Yeah, it's kind of easier to start if you have it, but that's not necessary. Here are a few resources. There is one nice tool. Basically, of course you can generate this list just by request to ChatGPT, just write prompt. But I think it's kind of good exercise to everyone to think about the application. But just in case for some reasons you can't do that, here is a generator which will generate for you. It is free and it will generate for you your ideal customer. Basically, you add here business description, target audience, and you will generate this free persona. I will suggest you to write it first and then kind of generate and compare and see maybe you would like to add something and so on. Here I linked examples that I generated. It worked, yeah. Basically, that's for this product that I just described, right? So there is a description of this persona, there are problems, there are pains, goals, benefits, and so on. You can just generate this one and then compare how that fits with your idea, and maybe you would like to add something. Also, we will have a link here to my example that I wrote here. Take a look on that, if you prepared the list of problems that you would like to solve, if you validated them, and now if you will kind of think about your target customer, then you already will have more or less clear idea what should be in MVP. We will talk about MVP a little bit more in details on the next kind of call, and then you basically will be ready to build product which is really interesting for audience and which can make money. Otherwise, if we are jumping straight to the development and building applications because we got app idea, often those are not making money. This is the way how to make money.